Welcome back, turtles. Laura here. Alrighty, so we are going to get to work. We just activated the Tabantha Tower, and there is a ton of stuff to do right here in this area, so we're going to get to work. First thing we're going to do is fly directly south. This little puddle of water here, that's the Great Fairy Fountain I keep talking about. This is going to be the second Great Fairy Fountain in my walkthrough, and this will get us the second upgrade in any given set to give us the set bonuses that I've been discussing. Nighttime speed up for the stealth suit we bought out of Kah Okeo Village. Let's see here, the climbing gear, we're going to get jump stamina up, and that's going to come in handy. It's really going to take a lot less stamina to get up these gigantic climbs that we go on, and a heck of a lot less time. What am I doing right now? Because we'll be able to jump up the cliff and use exactly half the stamina. We used to only get 3 jumps per wheel, now we're going to get 6 jumps per wheel. And even a little extra, so I think 6 times 3 is 18. You get like 19 to 20 jumps out of 3 full wheels now. Pretty freaking awesome. Alright, so there's our Great Fairy Fountain in plain view. Now, if you have only 1 or 2 fairies, you'll probably want to get your full stealth on right now, because there will be fairies here. It's a fairy fountain, just like the Kah Okeo Village one. Unlimited fairies in this game, folks. But of course, you're going to want your full stealth on so you can walk around and collect them all. Why do I have a Royal Claymore out for that job? Talk about your epic fails. And I'm hitting these with a weapon so that they don't fly over the ledge and then I never see them again. Okay, so not the greatest collection of luminous on that round. Okay, so you got plenty of mighty thistles at this one. I don't really cook with them. They're not very strong ingredients. A couple of silent princesses in the back. And just like any other Great Fairy Fountain in this game, you have Endura Carrots. Only 2 this time. Boo-hoo. But 2 are better than 0, so just wanted to point that out. Okay, so this one's going to cost 500 because this is our second Great Fairy Fountain in my walkthrough. The next Great Fairy Fountain, the third one, will cost 1,000 rupees. And then the fourth and final will cost 10,000 rupees. Ouch! But don't worry, if you're taking my advice and you're killing everything in sight, and you're going on these hunts, blood moon after blood moon, and killing the Hinox and the Lionels and the Stone Taluses and the whatever else there is to kill, you'll be in really good shape. You'll be drowning in a sea of silver enemies before you know it, and cash flow won't be a problem for you, because those silver enemies, they drop gemstones, usually more than 1. So trust me, folks, 10,000 rupees sounds like a lot, but when you start getting your silver enemies, it really is not an issue. Okay, so if you've been taking my advice and collecting these materials throughout my walkthrough like I've been suggesting, you should be very well prepared for this moment. I said you would need 15 blue nightshades and 15 sunset fireflies for this stage. So 5 per piece, 3 times 5 is 15. And of course I've collected quite a bit more than that, but that's okay. Better to have more than not enough. Okay, so the climbing gear. I didn't upgrade the full set to the first level yet, so let's go ahead and do that now. The first stage is pretty cheap. I mean, it's just 3 rush rooms and 3 KC wings, bat wings, whatever. The second stage is where you're going to need those 15 electric bat wings. So once again, if you've been heeding my advice on that, and you've been making sure that you've been killing those electric bats, you should have all the materials you need. Oh yeah, the hightail lizards as well. So you should have the materials you need to get that bad boy upgraded to the second level. So I said you would need a total of 35 hightail lizards. 15 for the climbing gear, and the other 20 are going to be for the boots. The snow boots and the sand boots will need 10 each. So it looks like I'm still about one hightail lizard shy from upgrading the boots. No big deal. There's going to be 5 or 6 hightail lizards at the bazaar on the way out to the Gerudo town, whatever, Gerudo village. And I'll show you where those are when we get there. So if you're about 5 or 6 shy, don't worry about it. We'll get them when we get there. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and do the zap. It looks like I'm a couple Volfin or Volfruit shy. That's okay. I don't have the third piece yet anyway. There's 2 ways to get the third piece of the rubber set. You can either just wait until you kill all the divine beasts and get it for free out of the Thunder Plateau, or you can go buy it from Terrytown. Yeah, to each their own. I used to just buy it from Terrytown. Like I said, I'm pretty good about getting silver enemies pretty early in my games, so buying it from Terrytown for 4,000 rupees really is not an issue. Alright folks, so there's our Great Fairy Fountain. Gotta love it. Okay, what I'm going to do now is head off to the east, and we're going to go back across the way here where we got those luminous stones busted up. And we're going to drop down. There's some more luminous stones, and there's a Korok Seed down there. Oh, and PT Dubs, I warped away after that last Blood Moon, and I went back to the Korok Forest, and I bought the last inventory spot for my bows. Pretty amazing. So I now have full up expanded inventory for both bows and weapons. So now all the Korok Seeds that I'll collect will go to shields, which I'm not really in a hurry for. That's why I do them last. Who really cares about shields, right? Not only that, when we go and do the castle raid, we're going to get the Hylian shield, and that bad boy just doesn't break. I mean, you can break it if you try really hard, like maybe deflecting like 20 Guardian Blasts or something like that, but it's really hard to break. In fact, there's only one game I've ever actually succeeded in breaking that thing, and that's only because I was trying. All my other games, I made it through the entire game without breaking the Hylian shield. So like I said, there's just really no point in rushing to get a whole bunch of shield inventory built up. I'm just really showing you guys these Korok Seeds because, well, they're part of the walkthrough. Alright folks, let's go ahead and climb up this bad boy now. It's going to be quite a climb. Now's a great time to test out our newly upgraded climbing gear. And there it is, climbing jump stamina up. Now you're going to see the power of that. Remember all that stamina that used to consume jumping while you were climbing? Look at that. It's using half. Beautiful. Oh yeah, for you picture takers, that's a new breed of wolf. And I do need... Doggone it, I scared them off. I do need winterwing butterflies, so bear with me while I collect. If I see them flapping around out here, I'm going to go out and get them. Alright, so with any other balloon configuration Korok Seed, always use bombs when you can. Just save wear and tear on your bow inventory. It's just good business. Okay, and that's right on top of that there mountain peak. Alright, so folks, from here, we're actually going to fly across and land on these little island things in the sky. Now this is where those flying guardians were, so word of caution, we don't want to get their attention. Let me get my bearings here. We're going to head over toward those columns that are sticking up. I don't know if you guys can see that on my screen or not, but there's all these little cylindrical concrete columns sticking up over there. Okay, so we got some treasure chests. Quicksilver Roop. And we are just due south now of the Tabantha Tower. Okay, there's another treasure chest here. I'm not going to open it. And that's just because it's a meteor rod, I think, or a fire rod. So if you're a picture taker, go ahead and grab your picture of your meteor rod there. Nothing. Okay, since I don't have any ancient arrows, I'm going to wait until he kind of gets out of the way here. Excellent. Alright, so from here I'm going to head over here. There's a shrine. That's another major test of strength. And that is also where there's going to be another memory. So I'll be sure and mark that on the map for you for later reference. This is another good time to put on that climbing gear. Now I could warp away and trade in the 4 spirit orbs I recently collected for the final sliver of my stamina vessels there. That would complete my 3rd wheel. But we're heading to Rito Village. There's a goddess statue there. So I figured I'll just save the time and wait until I get there for it. I'm really not in a rush. 2 wheels and 4 fists is close enough. Okay, stealth suit. I'll probably be in the stealth suit for the most part from here on out, especially for that nighttime speed up. I really like that nighttime speed up. Okay, so here's our shrine. Go ahead and activate your warp portal, aka travel gate. And right out in front of the shrine is where that memory will be. It should start glowing right where it should be. And since this is just a major test of strength, and I've already actually showed you guys a video on that, that was when we got the 3rd piece of the climbing gear out of the ocean south of Ancient Tech Lab out of Hontano. I don't think that one had a shield. This one will have a shield. So it's a slightly different fight. I might just go ahead and put a video together for that. Slightly different approach. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and mark the map for the memory. And I like to get out away from the shrine a little bit because when you zoom out, they kind of overlap each other. It's just kind of a raw deal there, so. Okay, so we got a couple Korok Seeds right here. First things first, I'm going to try to get a sneak strike in on that bad boy over there. Walk, don't run, and he shouldn't hear you coming. I'm using kind of a crappy weapon right now. Shame on me. That sneak strike should have did him in, but... Alright, so for you picture takers, new type of shield. And we've come across those before, but you might not have the photo yet. Alright, so I'm gonna... Let's see here. I'm gonna backtrack here. No. I'm gonna go get that Korok Seed first. And it's right in the center of this little plateau area. And you can see it from here, the ring of lily pads. There you have it. Okay, and at the top of one of these columns, there's going to be a pedestal that you have to activate for the ring of lights. And that'll be Korok Seed number 2 while we're up here. But in the meantime, I'm going to go take out another... what's his face? What am I doing? Stop it. I suppose I could put my Phantasma armor on and get him dead a lot quicker. But sometimes I'm lazy and the uniform changing. Alright, so I think that pedestal is coming up. This column, this shorter column over here. fairly easy one to get as long as you can jump up the column here. Alright, there you have it. So now we're going to fly down to this bad boy nest. I'm not really here to get into a fist fight, I just really want the treasure chest. So I'm going to kind of grab and go. I think they call that dash and dine, or dine and dash. If you don't know what a dine and dash is, just never mind I even said that. Ooh, another falcon bow. Okay, so from here I'm going to continue on down the mountain. And what I'm looking for is a bunch of yellow flowers. It'll be the numerical sequence type. Not yet. I thought it was this one. Apparently not. Ah, it's the next one. And don't worry, I'll map it for you here in a moment. There he is. And we're going to continue on downhill. And what I'm looking for is a stasis plate. There it is right there, as a matter of fact. Oh yeah, make sure you're in full stealth and spam the A button while you're walking around these luminous stones here. There's usually beetles down here. Huh! And of course, since I called it out, they're not there now. That's unfortunate. Hopefully you're having better luck on your side. So it's about to turn nighttime, 9 p.m., and that nighttime speed up will really kick off on that stealth suit, which is really awesome, by the way. It's like my favorite set bonus besides bone attack up. Okay, so here's that stasis plate. There's a shrine under there. I'm just going to activate the travel gate for now. Just to show you on the map where we're at. Okay, now we're going to head north and just kind of follow this walkway, or whatever you want to call it. There's a few more Korok Seeds on the way, and a couple other things to point out. Oh crap, I wasn't paying attention. I suppose I need to kill one of these guys. Go away. Alright, so we're coming up on a bad boy nest. And folks, this one's no joke. So, always take care of the archers first. And go ahead and beef up your weaponry a bit. Actually, just in case I missed the headshot, shock arrow is probably a good idea. Boy, they got some range on them, don't they? Okay, so fire arrow now, and I'm going to go ahead and use the bomb barrels. I normally don't do this, but I'm getting a bunch of damage in on those guys. You might as well. They're all carrying metal weaponry, so it's not like you're burning up any... It's not like you're burning up any of your pickups. I decided not to get lazy this time with my suit change, as you can tell. And it's paying off. And we need 9 Moblin Guts, by the way. And that's for the Bone Suit, or the Radiant set. When the time comes. We're going to need about 50 Luminous Stones and about 9 Moblin Guts. I think it's a little less than 50, maybe like 48 in all, give or take. Okay, so we got a treasure chest here. I'm going to leave it there. When we come back later in the game, that should be a royal broadsword with some kind of a bonus on it. Okay, see that random column sticking up there? There's a Korok Seed up there. I think you just got to pick a rock up on that one. Don't forget your gemstones. I should have changed outfits. Oh well. Alright, just to show you where we're at on the map at this point. So now we're going to fly downhill. You should see like 4 or 5 dots in a row, and that's always suspect on the map. So we're going to go investigate, and that is another Korok Seed. And I think this one's going to need 2 apples. Normally you just have to find the one tray where it's missing and put the apple in. This one's missing 2. And while I'm at it, let's go ahead and get back into my stealth suit here. Alright, continuing on route here. It's almost 9 p.m. Almost time for that nighttime speed up. And trust me, you're going to get spoiled. You're always going to want it to be nighttime when you start getting that. 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. is when you get that speed boost. The second 4 a.m. hits, speed boost goes bye-bye. Okay, walk, don't run, approach these trees. You might get some beetles, case in point. I'm really not into the defense, but I do like the attack power. Yeah, no such luck today. Oh well, take what you can get. Alright, so another Korok Seed, ball and chain type. Really? Come on, dude. Unbelievable. Okay, so I should be wearing the Phantom Ganon armor. These guys wouldn't be bothering me right now. Go away! But I wanted the nighttime speed up, so I guess that's a trade-off. With the Ganon armor, you don't have to worry about these knuckleheads. Alright, let's try this again. Just a simple Korok Seed. Come on, get in there. What is the problem today? Alright, so it's in this little cluster of trees here. We got another Korok Seed right here. You can see the rocks from the map. I don't know if you can see it on my map, but on yours you should be able to. Look at that nighttime speed up. Gotta love it. I think that's high level speed boost. Seems like it. Okie dokie. So, random rock should be right here. And there you have it. Okay, I'm down a 5-minute warning before I gotta break video, so I think we only have 2 Korok Seeds left anyway. Actually, 3. We're gonna head back up this direction. Right about here. You know what? I'm gonna warp and fly. This saves my nighttime hours for other speed boost when it's not so far away. So there's two Korok Seeds literally right next to each other. One's a boulder to push into a hole, one's a rock to pick up. And then there's another pedestal with a ring of lights pretty close by those two. Alright, so as I previously mentioned, this is where we're heading. Right about here for the first one. I'll go ahead and pin that. Just so we have a trajectory. And there he is. So I put that pin a little too far out, that's okay. And there we are. And the boulder is literally right next to us. Now you probably don't need stasis, but I'm just going to use stasis just to make sure it goes where it's supposed to here. Go away. Alright. Moving on to our next Korok Seed. I'm trying to ignore those knuckleheads. Oh, there's a big Hearty Radish over here. I am definitely grabbing that. And Korok Seed is around here somewhere. Oh, what the hell, I can't resist. Alright, Korok Seed, there should be a pedestal on top of a rock. I think I see it straight ahead. It's like a diagonal looking rock that jets up out of the ground. Pretty hard to miss, it's pretty smooth rock face here. And I'll go ahead and stamp it for you for later reference. And there we have it. Alright folks, that pretty much concludes my Tabantha Tower and Great Fairy Fountain and surrounding area video. I'll come back through and hit those shrines at a later time. For now, I just kind of want to get to Rito Village. So I think we're going to go ahead and warp back up to our tower, and then from there we're going to be flying northbound when we come back.